Welcome back to Game 5 from the American Airlines Arena. A Spanish-language version of today's game presented by ESPN Deportes. Use the SAP function on your television. And we're ready to go. This Miami crowd, loudest I've ever heard, was Tuesday night in Game 4. They're trying to top that tonight. As the Heat win the opening tip, they have been so good at home all season long. They've only lost twice in the playoffs on their home floor. And trying to wrap up the title here tonight. Bosh from way outside. And Westbrook the rebound.
First play they ran in Game 4 where Bosh made the jump shot. Same matchups. Kevin Durant's guarding Mario Chalmers to start the game.
And for Oklahoma City, first time facing elimination in these playoffs. Durant throws it away to Chalmers. James on the break and the finish. Well, that's not a bad way to start if you're Miami.
And that's a pick your poison if you're Mario Chalmers. Wade on the left wing, James on the right. You can't go wrong.
The Thunder in Game 4 had a phenomenal start to the game, led by 17 in the first quarter. It was overwhelming as Perkins gets inside. Perkins has it knocked away. And it's still going to be Thunder ball. His shot did hit the rim, so a new 24. Perkins thought he was fouled. We mentioned this the other night during Game 4. There were times in that game, Jeff, it seemed Oklahoma City let what they perceived as bad calls against them bother them.
Exactly. It's hard dealing with that frustration at times. And one thing Miami did right there was they were trapping Westbrook on that initial pick on the ball.
Cephalosha fouls LeBron James before the shot. So the Heat will take it out of bounds. And Cephalosha, who is starting on LeBron James, just like in Game 4, Durant is now starting on Mario Chalmers. Although Scott Brooks said Durant will probably guard LeBron James more tonight than he did the other night. And trying to keep him out of foul trouble. Bosh, nice fake. Right-handed, gets it blocked from Ibaka. Here's Durant, hard screen set by Perkins, and Wade calls for the foul. As Durant was passing it, so they'll take it out of bounds.
Well, great shot fake by Bosh. Good help by Serge Ibaka. And then, Mike, that's why they need Durant to rebound, so he can handle the ball in transition and run those screens on the ball where he drew a foul.
He is their best rebounder this year, averaged a career-high 8 a game. Only had 2 in Game 4. Westbrook had that phenomenal start and that incredible finish, but misses that jumper. You can tell the Thunder again fired up. A couple of the early shots long. Cephalosha right up in on James. Makes the drive. Wade the fake. Nobody near him. And a rebound tipped by Bosh, taken by Perkins. Again, the Thunder look to push. On the pull-up is Westbrook. And Jeff, what a performance the other night. 17 of his 43 points in the fourth quarter in a loss.
He was the human blur the other night. I thought the game was being played on fast forward. He was playing so fast and so hard.
And the highest scoring game in the finals since Dwayne Wade in 06. Chalmers blocked by Ibaka. Already 2 rejections. Westbrook can't finish. Cephalosha couldn't grab the rebound. James and Wade the other way. Chalmers. And good hustling back from Cephalosha. Ball still loose. Knocked out of bounds. The Heat will have it.
And I thought on that 2-on-1 fast break, Westbrook should have dropped it off to Cephalosha to build his confidence as well.
Well, one confidence builder he wants tonight is to get James Harden when he comes into the game. It's a big part of the game plan, obviously, for the Thunder. Wade, nice crossover. Flips it out. Battier open. Perkins, quick outlet to Cephalosha. Cephalosha goes right to the basket and misses the layup. But a foul. A late whistle, but a foul. And it's a loose ball foul. And it's after the shot. It wasn't in the shot attempt by Cephalosha. There's the shove on Ibaka.
But Ibaka has responded to his call to his team to play with more toughness. 2 block shots and running the floor to get to a rebounding position and draw a foul.
Durant misses. Ibaka's tip won't go. Battier tips it. Chalmers grabs it. Wade throws it away. Westbrook's presence there, forcing that turnover. Westbrook, nice feed to Ibaka, and the finish. And the Thunder take the lead. You mentioned about Serge Ibaka yesterday, very passionate speech to the team about playing tougher. He hasn't really been one to speak up like that in front of the team as Bosh gets inside and is fouled by Perkins. And Bosh will go to the line.
Well, outlet in transition. Chalmers led Wade into trouble right there, and then a nice play by Westbrook to find Ibaka.
Westbrook has put up just phenomenal numbers in these finals. Obviously, having a 43-point game pushes everything up, but not only is he averaging 29 a game, 7 boards, almost 7 assists. He's shooting 48%. And what did he say after his performance when they asked about it? It doesn't mean nothing. That's one of the admirable traits of this young Thunder team. So many young players define their games by scoring. This young team defines it by wins. Durant gets his first field goal.
But look where Durant caught the ball. 18 feet. That way he can be one dribble to wherever he wants to. That time he backed in, James, and hit a little step back.
So often, Jeff, he gets the ball out by the 28-foot line as Wade drives inside. Chalmers won't go, but a foul. And Chalmers, one of the Game 4 heroes, will go to the line.
And Mike, you made the point of where he's catching the ball. Here he reads the screen, pops out, he catches it there, gets his little step back and in. And it's so important that he catches it tight to the basket area so they can give less support. But he's got to stay away from those type of fouls.
Well, 1 foul on Durant. Those are his series numbers. Great shooting. The rebounding numbers down from his norm. As Chalmers, it's his first bucket. Chalmers, 25 points in Game 4. He had 12 in the 4th quarter. What a performance he put on. Most clutch performance of his young career. Westbrook sees it opening, drives inside. And a foul. Chris Bosh picks up his first. And Westbrook once again with reckless abandon goes to the hoop.
Well, he turns the corner, past Battier, slides by Bosh, and Bosh clipped him on the elbow.
One of the interesting things about his 43-point game, he didn't have a three-pointer, didn't make a three-pointer, and he only made 3 free throws. He had 20 field goals.
Yeah, for as much as he attacked, I'm sure the Thunder are sitting there and saying after the game, as much as he attacked, he got to the line. How long? How much?
Just 3 for 3. 20 for 32. Played 45 and a half minutes. And he gives his team a 1-point lead. You know, you talk about this a lot for a Thunder team, and it sounds like, you know, cliche stuff. But for them, they need to believe that they can win the series. And you talk to, they really think that they're going to win the series still.
And they should. They need 1 road win.
Battier hits the 3.
They need 1 road win to play 2 home games where they've been dominant. So, of course, they should think they can win it.
Durant dribbles it off a foot. Ibaka right there. Westbrook has it poked away. Chalmers, good defense. Alley-oop to Wade. Oh, he put it in off the glass. A difficult catch Westbrook extra pass, Cephalosha. Oh, Westbrook pretty move. Kicks it out. Durant wide open. Won't go. Ibaka and Perkins battling for it. Knocked out of bounds by Bosh. Thunder ball.
Such a good play by Russell Westbrook to get Durant the wide open look. A good steal by Battier. And what a catch and finish by Dwayne Wade.
Wade has, I don't want to say quietly, but he's had a tremendous finals in terms of certainly not shooting the ball well, but finding a way to make big plays. Westbrook jump shot got hit. And Perkins join right now. And Mario Chalmers. Well, the Thunder have taken Serge Ibaka's advice. They've come out and played tough to start. They trail by 3. And that foul is Wade's second personal, so he'll go to the bench perhaps. And this is a topic you love to get into as Westbrook goes to the line. Most coaches, 2 fouls this early in the game, go to the bench. But you don't necessarily agree with that.
I think it all depends on the matchup and the basketball IQ of Wade. The basketball IQ is unquestioned. The matchup against Westbrook, you're going to be under heavy pressure. But he could easily slide over and guard Cephalosha now and put Chalmers on Westbrook or James on Westbrook. I like the move, Mike.
Well, Wade stays in with the 2 fouls. Westbrook guarding him. Cephalosha remains on LeBron James, who gets inside. Count it and 1. And that's 2 on Cephalosha. He lost where James is, as hard as that is to believe, as he went backdoor.
Tremendous play design by Eric Spoelstra. Wade looks like he's going to run that double high pick and roll, but he throws it to Chalmers. James on a great random cut catches the ball in the paint. Catch and finish. Nice play.
He's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league, Cephalosha. But how do you lose sight of where LeBron James is like that?
Well, you also have team responsibility. So Wade is going to come off the pick and roll. You're lining up your team responsibilities. That's just a heck of a play design by the Miami Heat.
James, who's been shooting free throws very well in the finals, in addition to everything else. Keeps the Heat up by 4. Harden in the game for the first time. Harden, nice feed inside. Perkins gets it blocked. Shot clock did not reset. Harden the runner. Well short. James the rebound. We're midway through the first. James drives right at Ibaka. Count it and a foul.
Mistaken transition defense. No one picks up Bosh, so no one's up on the screen on the ball. James gets a running start and attacks the rim with ferocity and strength. The Miami Heat up 6 early.
There were some anxious moments for the Heat in Game 4. Dehydration led to the severe leg cramp. LeBron James had to leave the game. He did come back under 3 minutes ago, hit a huge three-pointer, and talked about the problems that he had having to come out.
I can't remember it being that bad. I think the situation had a lot to do with it as well. I think my legs knew what type of moment it was. It was going through my head, not at this moment. I've prepared myself. I've trained. Mentally, I've tried to be in tune. And at this point in time, this is not what I dreamed about, being out the game.
Well, he said he actually felt dehydrated a bit in the second quarter, tried to down the liquids, but it obviously didn't get better. Came in, hit that huge shot. Other Heat players certainly picked up the slack while he was out. As Durant makes a quick move and finish. Kevin Durant.
But again, caught it tight to the basket. One dribble to the rim.
Harden Harden is now guarding LeBron James against Cephalosha. Picked up 2 quick fouls. Perkins goes to help. James has the ability to pick you apart when he's doubled.
But that was a different double team. They came from the baseline side. And that's a big-time shot. But that was a well-defended possession. They came baseline to protect Harden in the post and scrambled out of it. And you got to give credit to Wade.
Durant again gets it in a good spot. Single coverage against LeBron James. Falling away. Rebound tipped by Wade right to Chalmers. Chalmers with a high dribble. And with a carry. With a turnover. And got under the ball on that high dribble.
Well, out of rotation, Serge Ibaka, leading shot blocker, well contested. That's nice to have him as a second option on your team.
Westbrook feed inside, gets it into Perkins. Perkins able to put it in.
Another nice play by Westbrook and a good duck in by Kendrick Perkins.
The Heat just 5 of 16 from the field. Or excuse me, the Thunder, that is. The Heat, meanwhile, shooting 6 of 11 here in the opening minutes. Bosh the drive and the finish. First field goal for Chris Bosh. Westbrook gets inside. Ibaka. Short. Gets it again. Back up and is fouled. And the Thunder much more aggressive down low. Ibaka will get his first free throws.
Well, Bosh catches it at the elbow where he's a dual threat to shoot the jumper and drive it. That's just a blow-by of Kendrick Perkins. And he gets it up on the board before Ibaka can block the shot.
Ibaka, the 22-year-old from the Congo, who, as we spoke about earlier in the finals, spoke no English when he came to play for the Thunder, but he took weekly English classes. So when he gave his passionate speech about toughness the other day to the team, and he pointed out guys individually, he addressed them individually in front of the whole team, not afraid to challenge each individual player. Some of the players and Scotty Brooks saying you couldn't understand everything he said, but you knew where it was coming from, and it was right from the heart.
And he was speaking about he spoke the universal language of basketball, in that we got to play tougher in the paint, we've got to guard hard, and we've got to play with tremendous amounts of confidence.
Well, he's backed that up early with some strong defense. Bosh fakes, gets past Perkins. No help after he blew past Perkins, and it's a 7-point Miami lead.
But that's the second time Perkins has been on the shot fake.
And Scott Brooks wants a timeout. A standing ovation for the Heat.
Well, a little pick and pop for Bosh. Nice shot fake. The blow by. No help by Ibaka. Miami's made 7 straight shots.
Welcome back to Miami, where the Heat have a 7-point lead early. The Miami Heat staff will tell you that this team has a tendency to get a little comfortable, to not always handle prosperity well. Well, LeBron James, when we asked him, listen, do you have to fight human nature? And he said, absolutely not. I'm not comfortable. I still have work to do. My teammates will follow my lead. On the solid drive with the N1 and the Chris Bosh follow, Mike, it looks like they are following his lead tonight.
Oh, Doris, their focus all season long, their ability to come back in these playoffs. Again, they're trying to become the first team to win an NBA title after trailing in 3 different series. The Indiana series, the Boston series, and the conference final. And in this one, where they trailed 1-0.
And Mike, they really had a great start to the season, and then a very difficult.
It's going to be a jump ball at center court as Westbrook's shot gets stuck.
Then they were 19 and 13 after the All-Star break, and really played very uneven.
Mediocre basketball,
Very
especially
mediocre.
on the road.
Right. And then they started off with a very good series against New York. And then they had to face the crucible of being down 2-1 to Indiana and down 3-2 to Boston, and I think it really, really steeled them for what they faced here with this Oklahoma City Thunder team.
They really are, and they keep saying it. They really are a different team than last year. The first 3 rounds are only 5 games each in 2011. Harden drives down lane, goes right at Bosh and lays it in. Good tough move from James Harden. Exactly what the Thunder need. Fisher also in the game. Derek Fisher and Nick Collison. Mike Miller has come on for Miami. Miller will try a 3-pointer. That's good. Second 3-pointer for Miami. Miller and Battier each knocking them down. Westbrook drives, can't finish. Bosh with the outlet. Chalmers getting some oohs from the crowd. Chalmers the extra pass. Good ball movement from the Heat. Chalmers will try to jam it in there. Bosh telling him throw it up. Their third turnover. Bosh will sit. Udonis Haslem comes on, and Norris Cole, what a performance he had. A 23-year-old rookie from Cleveland State. Only played 7 minutes and 53 seconds. He had 8 points, including 2 huge threes in that comeback from that first half.
Well, when they were down 17, he buried that 3 as Nick Collison tips it in. And, Mike, I don't like that shot with Durant on his jump shot. He doesn't have to try to dive into Battier to get contact. Just jump straight up and knock it in.
Harden and James battling off the ball. Miller will try another 3. Back-to-back threes. Hadn't hit one all series, and here in Game 5 comes off the bench and knocks down a couple.
A very poorly executed switch between Fisher and Westbrook.
Durant puts it in on a foul. Miller hit him, and Miller appears a bit shaken up. Boy, you can just tell. Anybody that's had back problems see what kind of pain he's in.
Well, good catch and go by Durant. Takes the contact. Tremendous finish. But if they don't get their defense together down at the other end, it's going to be a long night.
Miami, 10 of 15 from the field, Jeff. They hit their last 9 shots. Durant, meanwhile, he's come out firing. He's already taken 7 shots. His team down by 6 despite the huge disparity in shooting percentage, so the Thunder should feel good about that. Small lineups for both teams out there. Seen a lot of that in this series and in these playoffs. Battier has to put it up. They finally missed one after 9 in a row. Harden against Cole. Crossover move, runs right into him. Offensive foul. Good lateral movement from the rookie to draw the charge.
Well, Norris Cole is their best individual defender. That's an offensive foul. That's a good call.
Again, he doesn't have to be stationary. Just get in front of the offensive player, and he certainly did that. The Heat coaching staff, they love this kid Cole. And how tough he is. Puts up a 3. Puts it in! Norris Cole does it again off the bench. And it's a 9-point Heat lead. That new haircut works wonders. As Haslem called for a foul. He is fearless, this kid.
Well, LeBron James off the pick and roll. Westbrook does a good job of bumping Haslem on the roll. Closes. Again, if Miami's making those shots, they're going to win. That was a well-defended play by Oklahoma City, but a better shot by Cole.
Eric Spoelstra gives him one of the highest compliments Spoelstra can give. He called him Udonis Haslem at the point guard position. Haslem, one of the all-time favorite players of Spoelstra, the ultimate hard worker, blue collar. Cole is like that, but you add speed and quickness. He's got a chance to be a really good NBA player. minute, first quarter of game 5. Cole again. Fisher the rebound. Harden looking for an opening. They were hoping to get a 2-for-1. It won't be the case. Durant the drive and throws it down. Kevin Durant with authority. And the Heat lead cut to 5.
That reminded me of Tracy McGrady against Sean Bradley. Oh my goodness.
Durant with 9 first quarter points. Shot clock is turned off and the crowd gets on its feet. James for 3. And that will end the first quarter. Kevin Durant and the Thunder not shooting the ball well. But this one's certainly a high percentage shot. 9 points for Durant. But meanwhile, the Heat 58% from the field. Bosh, Wade, and James all contributing. First quarter complete. Heat by 5. Coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires for game-changing traction inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Second quarter set to begin. Heat lead by 5 moments ago. Doris Burke with Scott Brooks.
Mike, thank you. We're accustomed to seeing LeBron James be effective. The other guys making threes. Where's that going wrong for you?
Well, we're doing a great job of taking the pain away. Second part of that's first quarter, and they started hitting threes. But first part of it, we gave too many easy layups. We got to keep the pain out and close out better on the threes.
What do you need on the offensive end?
Just keep moving the ball, keep tacking, don't hold the ball. You don't have a shot or a pass. You got to drive it and kick it. Drive it and kick it.
Thank you, Scott. Mike.
Nice pass there. Collison to Westbrook, Doris. Westbrook got hit. And he's going to go to the line for the 7th time already.
Great offense. First by James Harden, taking on 2 defenders and making a simple pass to Collison, which then allows Westbrook to make a random cut through the key to catch it, finish with strength, and earn the 3-point play possibility.
By the way, just for clarification for those who don't know, the Oklahoma City Thunder take the ball out of bounds to start the second period because the team that wins the opening tip in the first quarter, they get the ball to start the fourth. The team that does not win the first quarter tip, the Oklahoma City Thunder, get the ball to start the second and the third. So the only jump balls they have is to start the game in an overtime.
I think they should have a flip of the coin like the NFL does before the game. You can receive or you can let the other team.
I was waiting for your idea. Haslam gets it down low against Collison. Short, Durant the rebound. Durant already with more rebounds tonight than the entire game 4. Spins, drives into Haslam. Offensive foul. That's his second. Well, we saw the mini Udonis Haslam draw charge. Now the original.
That's a close call.
It is.
And I would like, and I know I'm always coming up with changes, but to keep the attacking style, it's the only turnover where you're double penalized as Miller lines up another 3.
Mike Miller, 3 for 3 from downtown.
But I'd like to just see that be a turnover versus a personal foul because you want to encourage these players to attack the basket. With so many charges going on now, it's taking that part out of the game.
Fisher answers. Derek Fisher with the first 3-pointer for the Thunder. How about Miller? Has not played a lot here in the finals. There's a reach-in foul there. Had only taken 3 3-pointers in the first 4 games in limited minutes. Missed all 3, but he's knocked down all of them to start here in Game 5.
Well, you watch his movement from away from the ball, how he sprinted to relocate to the open area, and a good find by Haslam.
He only played 21 minutes so far in the series before tonight. Again, so banged up. Gets Durant away with a fake. That time off the mark. Haslam, the offensive rebound. James, offensive foul. I was going to say got away with one. But Monty McCutcheon saw it as Harden got hit in the face. Harden with a little bit of a sell job. Wasn't as bad as I initially thought.
That's nothing.
The head snap.
That's a play on. There goes my fine system. I can't wait for the commissioner to enact it.
David Stern and the competition committee have already discussed the possibility.
He's on top of it.
Just hope he didn't mess up the beard there. Collison down low. Inside Westbrook, and Westbrook misses the dunk. Fisher trying to poke it away, but Cole comes up with it. Cole to the basket. Wild shot. Tipped in by Wade. The Thunder saying it was above the cylinder as Wade comes flying in. And Wade's sneaker is off. Trying to get it back on. It won't fit in. The heel is out. Harden wide open. In and out.
He has had so many threes in this series go in and out.
Westbrook harassing Miller. Wade's still without this now. He finally gets it on, and now he has to tie it. And Eric Spoelstra's going to call a timeout. A full timeout. A couple of golden opportunities for the Thunder.
Well, they had another opportunity to score up a Harden pick and roll to Collison. Collison to Westbrook. This time just didn't get up quite high enough. And then at the other end, great follow by Wade.
Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
Time to take a look at who's lighting it up. Brought to you by Adidas. The Heat sharing the wealth.
They are really hurting the Thunder from behind the three-point line. Good penetration by Chalmers. Ibaka gets bumped off by Bosh as he's trying to close to Battier. And then good ball movement. Chalmers to Miller. One of Miller's three, and then the second Miller three as everyone focuses on James. And finally, Norris Cole strokes in another one. They have had a decided advantage behind the three-point line. The last game, 10-3 in their favor. 5-1 to start off tonight.
And you see Miller, no matter who you're rooting for in this series, you got to feel for Mike Miller. So banged up, but still there's no way he wants to sit. There's Wade. Shot is good. Tough shot. I like Miller finally getting a chance to play in the NBA Finals. He doesn't care how much it hurts. He's out there battling.
But if you're James Harden, you've got to attack that.
Durant drives on James. Short pull-up is short. The Thunder just 38% from the field. They're only down by 6. Wade, that shot won't go. Durant has his 4th rebound.
But that's what he's able to do, to get back in the paint and ignite their transition game.
Fisher's shot, nice soft touch, got free on a Collison screen. The Thunder bench has been a huge part of the success all season with Collison, Fisher, and Harden. Obviously, Fisher coming late in the year. Miller fakes a two-pointer from Miller. And a foul on Miller down the other end. He's trying to deny Kevin Durant, so 2 on Miller. You know, he keeps looking like he's got to go right to the chiropractor's office.
When he raises the shoot, he looks fine.
You're right. NBA Finals perhaps continuing on ABC Sunday night, a Game 6 if necessary. Our coverage will tip off 7:30 Eastern with Kia NBA Countdown. A little earlier start on Sunday, then at 8 Eastern from Oklahoma City. And if the Thunder can win tonight, there'll be a Game 6 on Sunday night. Durant blocked by James, although he thought he was fouled.
I think Russell Westbrook's got to cut out of there to give Durant more room. He's standing in front of the ball, so it's easy to help and clog up the middle.
Wade catches, drives, and gets fouled as Fisher and Collison converge.
When you watch Durant post up, Westbrook, instead of cutting, spots up, which allows Norris Cole to give some half help, which makes it look more crowded. It's hard enough to score on James one-on-one, but when it's more congested like that, I really do believe Westbrook and the Thunder would benefit from a hard basket cut to open up a bigger driving gap.
Wade misses the free throw. Look what Wade has done in these finals. Game 2, 24. Game 3, 25. Game 4, 25. Already has 8 points tonight. Even last year in the finals, obviously it was a bitter disappointment. He had a couple of 30-point games against the Mavericks. We remember him in 06 when he was the finals MVP, when put on one of the all-time final shows. He has really played well when he's made it to the championship round.
In 2006, he put him on his back. I mean, that show against Dallas was incredible.
That was the last time the home team won the middle 3 games in this format. Fisher. And Battier the rebound.
Excellent play by Durant to draw the second defender and open up the wide open corner 3 by Fisher.
Durant now is guarding LeBron James. Pass inside. Fisher trying to break it up. Bosh with a huge height advantage. Just overpowers. 8 points for Bosh. And a whistle. Scott Brooks call a timeout as his team has fallen behind by 7. LeBron James already with 3 assists here tonight.
Well, they're doubling him so far out on the floor that it's going to open up the paint area. They're doubling with a big guy, so all smalls to protect the paint as Chris Bosh cuts, catches, and finishes with no shot blocking resistance.
Entertaining finals it has been. Game 1, a 5-point game with a minute and a half to go. Game 2 decided in the final seconds. Game 3 with a minute and a half to go. It was a 1-point game. With a half minute to go, it was a 3-point game in Game 4. All going down to the wire. Well, what will happen tonight? Will we get a Game 6? If we do, we'll have it for you on ABC. And a Game 7 as well. Both games would be in Oklahoma City. As Durant's shot rims out. That one halfway down.
Good execution coming out of the timeout to get that mid-range jumper. Just rolled out.
Durant deflects it out of bounds. Again, when you look at the shooting percentages, the Thunder fortunate to be only down by 7. 54% to 36%. Plus all the threes, 5 threes for Miami. Harden back on James. Quick spin, drive right at Perkins and banks it in. So strong going to the rim.
But Harden's got to do a better job of staying in front. It was a good move. It wasn't a great move.
And Harden is fouled. The Thunder have been very aggressive going to the basket trying to draw those fouls.
He just spins off, LeBron James does, Harden's body. And that's too easy. And Perkins has no chance to get outside and really have a chance to impact that shot. But the strength, did you see the contortion of the body to fend off Perkins and still have the strength to put the ball in the basket?
They called a Harden foul, or the one that was on his drive, a shooting foul, and here he is again.
And the concentration to keep his eyes up on the target versus worry about the level of contact.
You know, we see it so many nights. You start to take for granted that combination of power and strength and then the athleticism. Thunder 11 of 12 from the free throw line. That's what's keeping them in the game. Chalmers hits a 3. And that's what's keeping Miami ahead.
But no one had him. So after the free throw, he just walked up. They didn't have their matchups, and he walked into a spot up 3.
Westbrook trying to come back with a post-up. And Chalmers throws it away. James looks at him. He's the whipping boy. The little brother of the big 3. They say he can take it. He certainly dished it out to the Thunder the other night when he had 25.
He's got to hit these guys sometimes, but just say thank you.
He's got 5 assists already here tonight. Harden the drive. Nice feed to Perkins. Perkins blocked by Bosh. Chris Bosh's second rejection of the game. James the drive. Inside the Wade. Battier for 3. James the offensive rebound finds Bosh. Largest lead of the night. Timeout Thunder. A 14-4 run has the crowd on its feet, and it's a big time now for the Thunder, Jeff. It's a young team. They've battled so hard. They never give up. They keep fighting, but down 3-1 and a haymaker thrown at you, it's time to just kind of settle down.
Well, they've got to get their defense together. Too many mistakes have led to too many open opportunities. They're struggling on offense. They cannot be frustrated and let that affect and impact their defense.
Westbrook dribbles it off the foot of Bosh. They dive on the floor, and a loose ball foul is going to go against Miami. Or was it a kick?
No, he called Wade for taking out.
Wow, that's going to be Wade's third foul. Let's take a look.
First to the floor. Oh, boy.
That's just 2 guys diving for the ball with no one with possession. Derek Stafford telling LeBron James he undercut him, which in effect you can say maybe, but those you rarely see, as you said, you rarely see that call.
First to the floor usually does not get a foul.
So Wade now with 3 personals. Westbrook drives. Offensive foul. Battier steps in and draws the charge. Westbrook's first.
Right now, Oklahoma City's got to get the ball moving. Everything's on the strong side. Battier sliding in, takes the hit.
That is taking one for the team. That was a hard shot that he took. Shot clock down to 5. James kicks it out. Miller for 3. Bang! Mike Miller, 4 for 4 from downtown. And the Heat lead by 15. Durant, stolen by Chalmers. Back to LeBron James, lays it in. An avalanche from Miami. It's 53-36.
They got to go back to James Harden against Miller in the pick and roll.
Westbrook losing it momentarily. Harden with 4 to shoot. Harden drives and draws the foul. Miller frustrated as he picks up his third. Harden doing a solid job drawing that foul.
They're trying to protect Durant by having Harden guard James. But James is just living in the paint, which is opening up the three-point line. And off the turnover, good play by Mario Chalmers. And the finish by LeBron James.
He was under the basket further than he thought. And still got it to go. Harden now to the line. Miller looked at Eric Spoelstra, said, I don't want to come out. He sent Norris Cole to the scores table, and Spoelstra said, come on back. I'm leaving this guy in.
No, and I like it. Again, 3 fouls. Who cares? He's 4 for 4 from the three-point line. You're probably not going to finish the game with him anyway.
You don't want his back to stiffen up as Harden hits a pair.
Hey, forget his back. I don't want his arm to stiffen up. And if I'm Scott right now, I'm thinking heavily about putting Durant on James.
Harden, who's an improved defender, but he's so undersized against him. James looks up at the shot clock, fakes the three, drives, deflected and stolen. Harden the other way. And Harden fouled. Miller just picked up his fourth. And now Spoelstra just saw he's upset with himself for leaving him out there. Now 4 fouls at 9 minutes, and Cole's going to come in.
That's not a mistake, though. Leaving him in is not a mistake. Chalmers tried to take the foul there, and, you know, Harden just, I mean, it was an awkward play, but it was certainly a foul on Miller.
Mike Miller is getting his money's worth tonight in Game 5. As Harden will go to the line. Miller, 32 years old. He's in his 12th year in the league, his 5th NBA team. As Harden hits the free throw. Had a terrific 2 years at Florida. First-round pick of the Orlando Magic. Played with Orlando, with Memphis, Minnesota 1 year, Washington a year. 1 year he averaged 18.5 points per game. That was back in 07. 1 year led the NBA all guards and rebounding. He's always been a good player. A 6-man winner one season. But since he's been here in Miami, it's been all about injuries. But the way he has fought through the injuries shows you how badly he wants to be a part of this team's success. And a 20-second timeout call by Miami. A 13-point lead. Miller, unbelievable. 4 for 4 from downtown. Heat in front here in the second. Stars here in the finals. Often it's one of the role players that steps up and plays a huge role. Tonight so far, it's Mike Miller. 0 for 3 from downtown in the first 4 games of this series, playing just 21 minutes. Comes off the bench tonight in Game 5. 4 for 4. Also picked up a bunch of fouls, but wow, has he made a huge spark for Miami. One of the reasons they're up by 13. I see Harden playing off James, daring him to shoot. James has not been settling for those shots. Cole drives to the basket, layup, block. Ibaka. Westbrook on the pull-up. Won't go. Tipped by Durant. Misses as well, and Bosh the rebound.
Good decision by Westbrook to shoot the pull-up.
James is fouled. And he'll get to the line. Westbrook just 2 of 9. By the way, LeBron James will now go to the free throw line for the 40th and 41st time in these finals. Last year against Dallas, in 6 games, he only took 20 free throws. He's doubled that already, and we're not even halfway through Game 5. The different approach, the different attacking style that he's had in these finals as opposed to last year.
So interesting about that. He played so dominant against Chicago in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And then it remains inexplicable. I don't even think he can explain it, nor wants to continually try to after we bludgeoned him with it time and time again.
13 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists already. He's 5 of 6 from the field. And most importantly for Miami, they're up 15. Still 3 minutes remaining here in the second. Westbrook. That hit rattles it in and out. That's at least the 3rd shot that the Thunder hit that looked like it was going in and just came out of the rim. Ibaka setting up as Cole took a shot there. But the Thunder, the best free throw shooting team in the NBA all season, that have struggled for a good portion of these finals. They're 16 of 17 tonight. It's really what's keeping them close for a while, and now at least semi in the game.
They have just got to get their defense together right now. Right now, they're giving Miami everything. They're giving them layups. They're giving them threes. They just have to take something away.
The Heat shooting 57%, including 7 of 12 from three-point range. Under 3 to play here in this second. James back on that left wing again. Double. Finds Battier. Pass to Cole. Shot clock at 4. Battier's going to have to put it up. Drives to the basket and lays it in. Don't see that often. Battier off the dribble with a layup. Westbrook. Durant fires a 3. That's good. 12 points for Durant. Only the second three-pointer for Oklahoma City.
Mike, at halftime or before, I would take the double team off of LeBron James right now. I'd go back to Durant guarding and put size on size, because right now it's just too easy with all the double teams and the resultant offense coming out of the double team.
Durant, offensive foul. It's on Perkins on a moving screen. That's 3 on Perkins, so we'll have a timeout. We've seen Mike Miller come off the bench and knock down three-pointer after three-pointer. And now Shane Battier, the role players, getting it done for the Heat. They lead by a dozen. It's time for the championship drive, brought to you by Kia. Jeff, LeBron James on a mission all season.
13 points, 5 assists, everything to the basket. Drives right through Ibaka's face for that and one opportunity. Blows by Harden, contorts and finishes against Perkins. And just look at those numbers.
MVP regular season. Spectacular performances at the most important times, whether it was Game 4 against Indiana, Game 6 against Boston. The consistent, the sustained excellence that he's had. And wants to close it out tonight. But you look again, there's 2 minutes to go. If you weren't looking at the score, you'd think the Thunder were down by 20. It's a 12-point game still in the second quarter, despite the fact that they've had all sorts of problems.
And the way they've been able to stay even this close is their ability to get to the free throw line and make free throws. 17 for 18.
Bosh drives on Ibaka, and Ibaka with the bump. That's the 4th team foul. And for Ibaka, that's his second. He'll take it out of bounds. Reminder, the State Farm halftime report coming up. The guys getting ready. Magic, Chris Broussard, John Barry, always talking. Michael Wilbon. Magic has the best suits.
And he has the best game of any of those 4. Barry's 2. I don't know between Broussard and Wilbon who has the 3rd best game.
Shot clock at 7. At 3, James drives, gets inside, left-handed, won't go. Durant the rebound. Thunder trying to push. Durant finds Ibaka, and Ibaka with the finish. Good look from Kevin Durant.
Again, it starts off with him rebounding and pushing in transition. Did a nice job there, feeling James coming up behind him, bouncing up and finding the open Ibaka.
He's already tripled his rebounding total from Game 4, and it's not even halftime of Game 5. James again drives inside. Ibaka stays with him, and he still puts it in.
Well, they switched that pick and roll the first time Ibaka got a stop. That time, he did a very nice job defending him. A miracle shot by James.
Durant off the glass. Pretty play. And Durant now with 14. James is just, we've seen in the past, settled for a lot of those elbow jumpers. He's just not taking it. He's not settling at all.
Well, he knows it's not his strength. He's playing exactly to his strength.
James Jones in the game. LeBron James drives, kicks it out. Battier wide open, well short. And Westbrook the rebound. They'll hold it for the final shot. And could actually get it to single digits at halftime. The Heat do not have a foul to give here as we wind down the first half.
They're going too late.
Westbrook crossover move. Ibaka puts up the shot. And that will end the first half. Miami 55% shooting. Kevin Durant and the Thunder 37%. There you see the numbers. both scoring, getting to the free throw line a bit. But still not shooting the basketball very well. In many ways, fortunate to be only down 10. Meanwhile, LeBron James, 15, 5, and 5. He got a lot of help off the bench. Mike Miller, 4 for 4 from three-point range. And Miller gets to join Doris Burke.
Mike, the threes made by your team are a large part of the separation you've been able to get. What's opening those clean looks?
Well, they got double LeBron, and they got double D-Wade and CB as well. So we get the opportunity, got to let it fly, enjoy the moment.
Consider yourself under oath right here. What kind of pain are you playing through?
I'm all right. I'm good. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Everyone's in a little bit of pain.
Thanks, Mike.
No problem.
Mr. Breen.
Doris, he's not being truthful with you. He's lying. What a performance in the first half for Mike Miller. And we've got the State Farm halftime report as the guys will take a look back at the first couple of quarters. Miami dominating for most of it, but the Thunder finishing on a 13-6 run. It's Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Miami wins, they're champions once again. Oklahoma City wins, and they get to go home and play a Game 6. 2 quarters complete. Heat 59 and the Thunder 49. Of the 2012 NBA Finals, the Heat leading the Thunder 3-1, and by 10 as we get set to start quarter number 3. LeBron James, a strong first half for his team with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists overall. A very explosive first half of Miami, yet they're only up by 10. It really seems like it was so much more with all the three-pointers, with the crowd going crazy. Thunder right there, Jeff.
Yeah, down 10. Because they got to the free throw line. That's the only saving grace. And Miami, though, has dominated this first half.
All right, our Coors Light cold, hard facts. It's all about the Heat.
Well, and it started off with LeBron James, his ability to attack the rim, his ability to draw double teams and open up the three-point line. 15 points, 5 assists in the first half. Here, Wade gets double teamed. He hits the roll man in Haslam, and Mike Miller, great job repositioning off the Haslam pass. And then after a free throw, no one knows who's guarding Mario Chalmers. He just walks in to the three-point shot. You see the balance. Oklahoma City has to get their defense together. And if they do, they can get back in this game.
There's so many easy shots, so many wide open threes. Meanwhile, the Thunder also, Westbrook only shot 2 for 9. They had a lot of shots in the paint that just didn't go down.
Yeah, they had so many rattle in and out. But I like the aggressiveness of Harden tonight. Durant's catching the ball where he wants to and rebounding the ball better. Westbrook's had a tough night so far, but has gotten to the free throw line. Listen, it was a bad first half for them, shooting the ball wise and defensively. But they find themselves with still a manageable deficit.
And they've come back from large deficits throughout these playoffs. Remember Game 6 against San Antonio, down 18 in the first half, down 15 at halftime. We'll see what happens as we check in with Doris.
Well, I talked to Scott Brooks, and he said the early effectiveness of the Heat, scoring those easy buckets, he thinks made his guys less intent on closing out. But he said simply, if we're going to win this basketball game, we've got to be able to do both. Take away the paint and challenge the three. He said on the offensive end, they're making us play in a crowd. He said that you're looking at a lot of bodies in the paint. He said we simply have got to move the ball better offensively. He wasn't pleased on either end, guys.
But again, they're only down by 10.
But they're in a precarious position. This starting lineup to start the third quarter, Game 4, played low energy.
Durant had 14 first half points, fires a 3, and puts it in. And just like that, it's a 7-point game. They had big comebacks again a number of times earlier in the playoffs. We mentioned the San Antonio game, but there's been a host of them. For a young team, extremely resilient. Wade left his feet. Shot clock at 5. James kicks it out. Chalmers for 3. Perkins tips it right to Durant. Durant finds Ibaka. Ibaka fouled by Battier. Good hard foul from Battier to prevent the dunk.
Second nice play in transition by Durant to Ibaka in tonight's game. That was just a nice drop-off bounce pass. Really fundamentally sound, under control, on balance. And Mike, if he makes both of these free throws, why doesn't Durant get an assist? Makes no sense.
The scoring rule change, I like that. I agree with you. Well, there was an excellent pass. And they hit another free throw now. 18 of 19 from the line. Again, the main reason why they were within striking distance in the first half. I'm trying to think who would benefit the most from that rule. How many assists do you think John Stockton would have with all the times Carmelo went to the free throw line?
Well, you know who's sitting at home thinking he would have benefited the most? Our man Mark Jackson. He thinks he would have had the most assists of all time. And I like what they just did, trapping LeBron James as he was coming up the floor. But you can't lose Bosh along the baseline.
And you saw a frustrated Ibaka down there by himself on an island. Just over a minute gone by. Durant been aggressive looking for a shot right from the start. Westbrook can't connect. Ball falls to Ibaka and bounced off the back of Perkins. And it's back to 5 again. Wade had 9 points in that first half. Shot the ball well. 4 for 6. Lobs it to James. Catches back up. Blocked by Durant. Durant drives and got a little fancy with a dribble and turned it over. Chalmers, good pursuit. Comes back the other way. James lowers the shoulder. Chalmers hits a 3. Big turnaround right there.
Yeah, a chance to cut it to 3 in transition instead of turnover. That leads to a Mario Chalmers 3-point shot.
Heat back up by 8. It's their 8th three-pointer of the game. 8 for 15. Cephalosha blocked by Wade. He did that at the end of game 4 as Westbrook barreled into James. Danny Crawford said, play on. James drives, kicks it out. Battier for 3. Again. Another three-pointer for the Heat in the lead. Back to 11. Timeout, Oklahoma City. Will the NBA season end tonight? Or will we head to Oklahoma City for Game 6 and perhaps Game 7 of the NBA Finals? Both games on ABC. Sunday's Game 6, a little earlier start. Tip-off shortly after 8 Eastern. And then Tuesday would be after 9 Eastern.
Well, these games are so close. Here, a chance to cut it to 3 in transition. Battier deflects it from behind. Chalmers pushes, and look what Chalmers does. Re-spaces to the three-point line. James hits him with a beautiful bounce pass and took it back up to 8. Battier's made it 11.
Because of Durant's length, often when he's bringing the ball up the court, sometimes it's easy for the players or for the Heat to knock it away. We've seen that a couple of times. Westbrook goes to the basket, left-handed, gets it to go.
And Mike, that's where you need communication too. To tell people, to tell Durant that he has defenders behind him. He's got to widen that dribble out to the sideline for protection.
Durant kicks it out, although with the roar of the crowd, it might be hard to tell him at some point.
Well, I love the robo-cam angle. What a finish by Russell Westbrook.
The athleticism just off the charts. As we've said, Dwayne Wade said he thinks Westbrook's the most athletic player in the game. Wade, push shot misses. James trying to fight for the rebound. Durant pokes it away, and Chalmers picks it up and puts it in. Mario Chalmers, right place, right time.
They're just quicker to the ball right now.
Pete Chalmers' numbers, 10 points, 6 assists. Durant looking. Shot clock at 7. Cephalosha. Ibaka the jump shot. James pulls down his 7th rebound. So you're along with 7 assists. Ball kicked. They'll inbound with 17 to shoot. James Harden is going to come back in.
Well, good penetration by Wade. James and Durant fight for it. And then Chalmers has gotten very good at that little runner.
And we've seen James and Wade make those hustle plays, those dirty work plays, so to speak, throughout these finals.
Well, you saw Dwayne Wade take that 3rd foul diving off the floor for a loose ball.
Wade lost it. Battier bumps into Harden. Alley-up to Durant. He throws it down. The one-handed catch. And it's back to 9.
And James Harden looks more like himself tonight offensively. Getting to the free throw line. Passing the ball. Much better.
Left open. Hesitates. Misses. Perkins the rebound. Thunder looking to push. Durant catches on the pull-up. It's almost automatic when he gets a look like that. And Durant now with 21.
I love the screen by Perkins and the balance by Durant on the pull-up.
Another momentum shift. Durant and Chalmers push each other. Durant saying, why shouldn't there be a technical? That's what Ibaka's saying as well. Chalmers pushed him. He's still joined. Players have to be separated by coaches and officials. Happened right after the whistle to signal the timeout.
Well, Durant reached in. That's a lot of nothing right there.
There you go. The officials agree. Nothing called. 7:21 left in the 3rd. Heat by 7.
Let's get a score here, guys. Get a score here. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. We cut it down. We cut it down again. Cut it down again. Keep fighting.
They were down 17, cut it to 5 earlier in the period. They were down 11 again. Now it's 7 and need a stop. Still 7:15 remaining here in the 3rd period.
And I love Scott Brooks' positivity. I think he's really kept his team upbeat when they could have given in.
Battier hits another 3. Miami lighting it up from downtown. 10 for 17. And the ball movement just terrific. Not settling for early shots. Westbrook. They're going to say in the restricted area, so a defensive foul on Battier. Westbrook to the line. That's 4 on Shane Battier.
This guy is such a competitor. He'll always sacrifice his body. He was outside of the restricted area, but that's not the only requirement. He has to be there on the upward motion of the ball. And if we can see that again.
Westbrook finally misses a free throw.
It might bring some more clarity. Too close for me to call.
Again, you go by what you always talk about. Westbrook had kind of gathered and started to go up when Battier moved in, and that should not be rewarded to the defense.
And one thing you want from both teams as Westbrook knocks in the second are those bang-bang charge calls to be called consistently throughout the game for both sides. So down here, if it's a bang-bang play, you want that too to be called a block so everybody knows how the game is going to be called.
A good official will see that and want to keep consistency. Bosh down the lane. That good. And a foul. Chris Bosh with a strong play in the lead back up to 11. 4 fouls on Perkins.
Well, they got confused on their double team that time. Perkins was trying to work his way to the baseline to double. And no one stepped over to accept the cutter. Bosh finished with good strength.
Miami continues. The torrid shooting 56% from the field, 59% from three-point range, and the lead back up to 12. Westbrook the pull-up, too strong, and Bosh battles for his 5th rebound.
But Oklahoma City in this half has gotten very high-quality shots.
And a foul's going to go against Perkins. That's 5 on Perkins. Perkins arguing with Monty McCutcheon. He's not interested. Perkins will sit. Fish will come in.
That's a foul.
Or a hug. Well, Perkins sits down, hearing it from the crowd. I got to give credit to the Heat crowd. They have the last couple of games the loudest we've ever heard this building. James backs up, 3 to shoot. James pulls up, three-pointer. And Durant the rebound. 9 rebounds for Durant to go with the 21 points. Pulls up for 3. Way off. Ibaka tips it out to Westbrook. Ibaka jump shot.
To me, with Mike Miller on James Harden, that's what you've got to be exploring.
James dribbles it off the foot of one of the Thunder players. And also, I mean, you're coming down your elimination game. Kevin Durant needs to touch the ball pretty much every time.
Well, I think he's certainly got to be a focal point, and he has been. And he's got it going.
Wade gets it inside to Bosh. And a blocking foul called on Harden. Second foul on Harden.
I agree with that call. Another bang-bang play. Bosh has started up. Harden
He's in the restricted area as well.
In the restricted area and also sliding under him.
The Heat have shot free throws well, just not as much. They've shot half the amount that the Thunder have had tonight. Who will be chosen? Tune into the 2012 NBA Draft presented by State Farm, June 28th, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. For complete draft coverage, go to NBA.com. You'll be there, won't you?
Yes, I will. Reese Davis, Chris Broussard, Jay Billis, our LeBron James, by the way.
Is that the night where you keep saying, what do you think, Jay?
That's exactly what happens. Or I say, who's that?
Bosh hits a pair. 17 points for Bosh. 10 for Chalmers. 12 for Miller. 11 for Battier. This has been a total team effort. The lead is 14. Westbrook drives inside. Layup won't go. Kept alive by Ibaka, but Miller comes down with it. A big cheer for Mike Miller. Westbrook took a shot to the face, inadvertent. Miller, the extra pass. Chalmers to James. James. And Harden the rebound. Harden trying to draw the foul. Stripped by James. One man to beat. James goes at Fisher. And Fisher makes sure he stops the layup. Of course, everybody here claiming flagrant. The officials are going to discuss it.
Flagrant?
Monty McCutcheon, Derek Stafford, and Danny Crawford.
He tried to read the play and move over and took a charge. Nothing to that.
Let's see what the call is. Derek Stafford about to give the signal. Nope. Regular foul. Nope, that is a flagrant foul.
Oh, come on, man.
Fisher explaining it to Danny Crawford. That's a big call because it's 2 free throws and possession. It would have just been side out because it came before the act of shooting. It didn't seem like Fisher extended his arms I mean, obviously a hard foul, but...
Well, it's a hard foul because LeBron James is coming at you 100 miles an hour. What other kind of foul is it going to be?
The definition of a flagrant is unnecessary contact. Flagrant 2 is unnecessary and excessive contact.
See, and if they had a chance to go over and look at it like they should be able to do,
they would change it.
They would change this.
I mean, he fouled him, but at the same time was protecting himself from the locomotive train that was coming. The free throws are good. The lead is 16. A 10-1 run. After the Thunder Wade went up and he got hit there by Fisher. Wade will go to the line as Fisher picks up his third.
And right now, Oklahoma City cannot lose resolve. They have to make the next run. To come out of a timeout and give up a lob like that, they've got to be more in tune and more tied together defensively.
They're a little wobbly right now. Wade trying to go backdoor on the alley-oop.
Well, Serge Ibaka's got to protect the basket on that back screen. And to me, Mike, that's much more of a... That's not a flagrant foul, but it's much more of a flagrant foul than what Fisher did, which is actually just try to stop LeBron James.
Well, this equals the largest lead of the night. 17-point advantage. The Heat have 80 points with 4:41 remaining in the third. They're shooting 54%. 10 three-pointers. Knocking down free throws. They've had their way offensively. Durant the drive. Shot clock down to 5. Harden puts up a 3. Bosh the rebound.
That was a bad offensive sequence. Everybody overhandling and without any movement or cutters.
Miami leading by 17 here in Game 5. Looking to clinch their franchise's second championship. Wade throws it to James down the lane. Layup, banks it in. Largest lead of the night. Timeout, Thunder. LeBron James and the Miami Heat on another run, 13-1, and with 3:54 remaining in the third, they're in command.
And this was really not a great offensive possession. Wade goes up, finds James on the bailout, but the finish is so exquisite. To adjust, adapt, avoid, and then knock in a layup to put him up 19.
James has 19 points, 9 assists, and 7 rebounds. Their defense has been tenacious. Even though the Thunder much better offensively here in the second half, they just can't stop Miami.
Well, they've got shooting going. They've got the greatness of Wade and James going. I mean, this is a hard team to deal with right now.
The way they keep coming at you can be deflating. Now, again, we've seen the Thunder bounce back. Well, right now, they're in a heap of trouble. Down 19 in an elimination game. Harden from way downtown. That won't go. Ibaka tries to tip it. James comes up with it. Bosh got in his way. James with Durant on him. Bosh will try a three-pointer. That's good! Everything going down for Miami. A 22-point lead. Their 11th three-pointer of the game. Westbrook blocked by James.
That looked like goaltending to me.
Harden down the lane. Missed on a foul. No, an offensive foul. This place exploding right now. The foul was not on Harden. It was on Serge Ibaka. Here you see him pushing Bosh out of the way. It's not a smart play. Miller for three. Puts it in. Mike Miller, 5 for 5 from downtown. And the Heat have blown this open. Durant gets it to go. 88-65 with 2:43 remaining in the third. What an onslaught from Miami once again. An incredible offensive performance.
And Oklahoma City had that chance early in the third. As Bosh just finds himself wide open underneath the rim.
Westbrook blocked by Wade. Westbrook tried to steal it. Chalmers to Wade. As we come up on 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Alley-oop to Wade. A rare mistake. Westbrook sidesteps. Pretty play from Westbrook. He's an absolute dynamo going to the basket. And has struggled shooting tonight, though. 4 for 16. Harden on James. Shot clock at 5. Ibaka comes down. Bad pass. Only their 8th turnover. Here's Durant. Stolen again in the open floor. Wade sidestep. Westbrook banks it in and a foul.
Well, that's just a beautiful 1-2 step around Westbrook, and then the strength to finish. Beautiful individual offense and frustration for Kevin Durant. And I love what LeBron James just did. Mario Chalmers waving to the crowd. LeBron James just came over and told them, none of that. We're playing it out.
With 1:23 remaining in the third quarter, James has talked so much about how much they've learned from all their experiences the last year. He's still focused out there despite the fact that his team is up 26. Durant hits a 3. And if you're Oklahoma City, you just got to try and narrow this margin a little bit more before the fourth and just
they need a miracle. Yeah. You need to get on a 3-point run.
The Heat just unstoppable on the offensive end. Miller will try another 3. If that one went down, he finally missed the 3-pointer. It was 5 for 5. Harden will try a 3. And Harden's shooting woes continue. And we have a loose ball foul call against Oklahoma City. It's Collison. And they're in the penalty.
And this is what I was speaking to. Mario Chalmers waving to the crowd. LeBron James encouraging him. Not yet.
You know, he had some very candid remarks yesterday in the off-day press conference when he said, you know what, last year I was very immature after the loss to Game 6. I was frustrated, didn't handle it the right way. Talked about how last year he played to prove people wrong. Reacted to the venom the wrong way. And talked about how he learned, admitted his mistakes. And there's an example right there of saying none of this stuff.
Well, I thought he was very genuine yesterday and really all year in being contrite for not big mistakes either, just mistakes of, you know, nothing criminal or anything like that. I mean, and these are some bad threes going up right now by Oklahoma City.
Look at Miller diving on the floor. Mike Miller bad back and all. gets a huge ovation once again. What a performance from Mike Miller.
That had to hurt.
There's the guy. He looks like he can barely walk. A shot from Fisher won't go.
But they're taking right now rush contested threes, Mike.
Westbrook with the steal. Chalmers upset with himself. Westbrook trying to draw the foul. And he does with 5.1 remaining in the period. Chalmers is second. Chalmers getting an earful once again from LeBron James. This crowd taking a rest from all the screaming. What an offensive explosion here in the third quarter. And now the Thunder even missing free throws as they're seeing this one slip away. Well, we've seen some incredible comebacks throughout these playoffs. As Westbrook fires it away. With the way the Heat are playing, this would be the most unlikeliest one. The Miami Heat dominating here in Game 5, now 1 quarter away from the franchise's second NBA title. A total team effort led by LeBron James, but 6 players in double figures. They lead by 24 as we head to the 4th. This presentation of the NBA Finals on ABC continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires for game-changing traction inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. We head to the 4th quarter with the Heat in complete control, 95-71. Moments ago, Doris Burke with Eric Spoelstra.
Mike, thank you. A sizable lead in 12 minutes between your team and a championship. What's your message to them?
To stay in the moment. And I know that'll be a challenge. We've been saying it all along, but nothing's changed. Okay, we got 12 minutes to finish up this game and make sure we win this quarter.
Eric, thank you. Mike.
Thank you, Doris. Jeff, how many times in this quarter does Eric Spoelstra look up at the clock and wondering why it's not going quicker? Miller, another 3. 6 3-pointers from Mike Miller.
What a pass. And Mike Miller is in a special zone that very few get into.
Harden fakes. Fisher puts up a 3 and answers that. It was 98-71, a 27-point lead. The Heat putting on a 3-point clinic, 13 of 22, one shy of the most 3-pointers made in a finals game. Miller tries it again. Bang! Mike Miller on fire. 7 3-pointers. Harden will try. And finally gets one to go from downtown. He was 0 for 4. Miller, who did not have a 3-pointer in the first 4 games of these finals. Again, his minutes had been cut. His back was so bad, so banged up. Comes on with one of the great finals shooting exhibitions we've seen. And a blocking foul on LeBron James. Most threes ever in a 3-point game, in a finals game, was Ray Allen with 8.
They went knee to knee or knee to thigh right there. Durant came up hobbling.
Think about Miller, Jeff. He's only played 18 minutes. There's Westbrook way off the mark. Durant the rebound, fouled, shot won't go. He has the 23 points in 18 minutes. And Eric Spoelstra is so far from relaxed. And there's his dad, John, who was an NBA executive when Eric was a kid with Portland, with Denver. And John Spoelstra used to bring him to all the Portland games. Eric Spoelstra wanted to be a Portland Trailblazer when he grew up. He loved Terry Porter. He's also a big fan of Rick Adelman. Wound up playing basketball at the University of Portland. Then he played a couple of years in the German Pro League. But was always around the game with his dad. Says he remembers when he used to go to the games, how much the fans used to yell at the coach.
And they were winning all the time out in Portland then.
Well, his teams here in Miami have been winning, and he still hears the criticism, but he's on the verge of being an NBA champion. Wade gets inside and is fouled by Westbrook. And there's 10 minutes to go, and it can't go fast enough if you're Eric Spoelstra in the Heat.
Mike, to me, there's two overlooked people in Miami. Eric Spoelstra, there's no denying his greatness as a coach. He kept this team together, down 2-1 in Indiana, down 3-2 going to Boston. He's done a remarkable job here. And then I think Mickey Arison, the owner, has James hits Wade on a beautiful cut and finish. I think Mickey Arison doesn't get enough credit for his patience in letting Pat Riley do what he's done so very well. They had a number of very difficult years as Durant fouls James. They had a 15-win year, a 25-win year, a 36-win year, and they stuck with it.
And he is a crazed fan. He sits courtside. Riley a couple of seats back. By the way, Pat Riley, when he received the Chuck Daly Coaching Lifetime Achievement Award the other day, as part of his press conference, they asked him about, would you ever coach again? He said, no, he's really done with that. And when talking about Eric Spoelstra, he said he's the right man for the job. Not easy situation for Spoelstra to be coaching, and your boss is one of the all-time coaching legends. And there's the seasons that you spoke of. For Eric Spoelstra, it's his 17th year in the organization. He started in the video room, worked every possible job. Now he's the head coach, and his team is on the verge of winning a title.
Thanks for watching ESPN on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
The Rockets and Magic back in 1995 each hit 14 three-pointers in a finals game. The Miami Heat have tied that tonight. Mike Miller leading the way, and here's what he said to Doris Burke at halftime of this game.
The threes made by your team are a large part of the separation you've been able to get. What's opening those clean looks?
Well, they got double LeBron.
And it started with LeBron James. Again, one of the great passers this game has ever seen. Putting the ball on time, on target. 13 assists tonight, 20 points. But it's the deep penetration, the forcing of double teams, and the unique vision and strength to throw that pass across his body.
Now what's fresh off the wire, served to you by KFC. Balance. Miller 18 minutes, 23 points. Double figures for Battier. Double figures again for Chalmers. Bosh 22 points. So many different players contributing. As LeBron James with 13 assists in the game. And remember, had that huge 12-assist game in Game 4. And that look tells it all for the Thunder. They still have 9.5 minutes to play. That's 9.5 minutes for the Heat fans to celebrate until the final buzzer. Fisher will try. That's good. What was strange, Jeff, was the third quarter started. And again, the Heat strong first half, up by 10. The Thunder cut it to 5. It looked like they were on their way to making it a ball game. And then just an explosion by Miami's offense. Wade to Haslam, who's fouled.
Well, it was that one transition play where Durant was pushing the ball. The ball got knocked away by Battier, turned into a Chalmers three, and then Battier got a three on the very next possession, and it ballooned again to 11.
So many hustle plays from Shane Battier, who will join that select group of players who've won an NCAA title and most likely the NBA title.
such a worthy champion. And I had the privilege, as did QB Brown, who's doing the games right now on radio, to coach this guy. And until you've coached him, you really don't understand just what all he brings to a team.
Ball deflected out of bounds. I always felt the best way to describe him is whatever team he's on, his team simply plays better when he's on the court.
Yeah, and it's just his demeanor. He plays hard but never frustrated, never anxious about the ball, as Wade makes a tremendous steal. Really has been able to put his individual pride aside and do whatever it takes for the team to be most successful.
Durant spins, drives, running shot, blocked by Wade for the goaltend. Wade can't believe the call. It looked like it may have been on the way down.
That's a good block.
Yep, I would agree.
He's got great timing.
It's not just athleticism, it's instinct. James fakes, James drives, alters, shot goal for Collison, the rebound. Miller pokes it away. Look at Miller even defending. Durant the leaner. And a soft touch for Durant. Kevin Durant now with 32 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, but his team is down by 20. And Eric Spoelstra doesn't like the way the last couple of minutes have gone, so he calls timeout. The lead's been as high as 27, as Miami on the verge of winning a title. Heat still up by 20 with 7:51 remaining here in the fourth. LeBron James here in the finals has been magnificent.
And in clutch situations, games 2, 3, and 4 all tight. James in game 2 hits that bank shot with about a minute left, and then the driving, twisting layup in game 3. Game 4, the well-documented cramps, and then 3 that broke the tie for good. And then here tonight, 13 assists, 21 points. Just been attacking the basket from the tip.
See the numbers from last year in the 6-game loss to the Mavericks. Those are the first 4-game numbers. Close to another triple-double. He also has 7 rebounds and 2 blocks tonight. A 20-point lead, still plenty of time. Well, they have been in control. Chalmers. Rebound, Wade, back up and in. What balance scoring-wise tonight for Miami. Durant back to Westbrook. Russell Westbrook just couldn't find the range tonight. 4 for 20 after his magnificent performance in game 4.
But they didn't lose this game because of Westbrook shooting 4 for 20. Although that would have helped. It was just they couldn't guard him. And everything's easy.
Wade foul. And he'll go to the line. Some nights the other team just has something special in store. And that was the case for Miami. 108 points, and there's still 6:58 remaining.
You're not going to lose many games at home when you make 14 threes.
Well, Wade will shoot. Well, what a ride these 2012 playoffs have been. One of the more exciting postseasons we've seen in a while. About a quarter of the games, about 25% of the games decided by 3 points or less. We saw incredible comebacks. How about the same team, the Clippers? They trailed by 27 and won, led by 24 and lost. We saw great team stories. How about the Celtics getting to the conference finals of Game 7? The San Antonio Spurs reeling off 10 straight playoff wins after 10 straight regular seasons. We saw incredible individual performances. Rajon Rondo, Russell Westbrook, of course LeBron James. Durant puts it up. That won't go. And Wade the rebound. It's been a strange season, a painful lockout, no doubt. but it's also made for exciting basketball. Bosh misses. Kind of remembering or reminding us, Jeff, why we love the game so much with so much excitement. Allison inside. Blocked from behind. They just won't stop.
You know, going into this series, I thought Oklahoma City was the better team. I thought they would win. I thought it would be close. I thought it would go a long way as Harden knocks in the three. But Miami, the way they have performed here at home tonight and in the close game has been very impressive.
Well, they're 10-2 in the postseason here in Miami as James drives down. A layup won't go. Fisher the rebound. We're past the midway point of the fourth. Thunder still trying to battle. Trying to find a way. Durant shot short. Collison's tip misses. Ball knocked loose. Chalmers and Fisher, and James comes up with it. James now 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double. And this crowd showering the heat with love here tonight. Miller drives. Miller will try a 2. And a 24-second violation. And Miller hobbles up. ABC Tuesday, July 10th celebrates, celebrities like Serena Williams, Mark Cuban, Jerry Springer, Ricky Gervais will Trust Us With Your Life, a new comedy about celebrity life, premieres Tuesday, July 10th on ABC. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining before the real celebration will begin. Wade flips it up. That won't go. Still battling for rebounds. James won't. Gets another one. Puts it up. Banks it in. And a foul. He gets his triple-double and a chance for a three-point play. He's not taking any chances.
Well, after a couple shaky possessions, great effort by James. The initial shot missed. Back up again. And then the strength to earn the three-point opportunity.
And Mike Miller hobbling to the bench. 7 of 8 from downtown. 23 points in 23 minutes. Playing with that bad back. Had hardly played in the first 4 games of this series. One of the great shooting performances in an NBA Finals game. James now with 23 points, 13 assists, and 10 rebounds. And Scott Brooks will call timeout. Another standing ovation for the Miami Heat. Another triple-double for LeBron James. 4:44 left here in Miami before the party begins. Miami Heat up 112-89 with 4:44 remaining. Ready to clinch their second NBA title against an Oklahoma City team still so young. Second youngest starting 5 in finals history. Only the 77 Blazers had a younger starting 5. But it's going to be a difficult ending to really what was an amazing season for this team. They took another step towards being a championship team, but they fell short. And it's only a 5-game series it's going to look like, Jeff, but obviously games 2, 3, and 4, a couple of plays here and there. I know you can say it all the time, but it was so much closer.
Absolutely, and Oklahoma City has taken out Durant and Westbrook. And Mike, they have a tremendous future in front of them as Harden hits a 3. But they have some difficult decisions with Serge Ibaka's contract coming up, James Harden's contract coming up. Those decisions, you just hope their core isn't broken up due to finance.
Well, they've got Westbrook and Durant signed to big deals. This really, part of the growing process is Wade is fouled. What a growth we've seen. Remember, just a little over 3 years ago, April of 2009, they finished a season where they won just 23 games. but each year they built on their previous season. Scott Brooks' message from day one when he took over the team: get better every day. And when you're led by a special talent and a special player like Kevin Durant, who's so gifted, so humble, it started to fall into place. And you love the line that he always used.
Yeah, I just love their whole approach. I love that they come to work. They're a hard-working team. It's set by the trio of Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. And Scott Brooks' demeanor with his young group, to me, gives them the core of a great coach and 3 very, very talented young players. But it's hard to get to this spot.
Paul Aldridge lays it in. The line that you love so much is that he said, we weren't losing back then. We were learning how to win.
How to win. And when you take that many losses, it's hard to keep a team upbeat. But they just kept focusing in on improvement.
Wade kicks it out. Chalmers to James. Bosh the jump shot. Just exclamation points. By the way, Scotty Brooks again, his contract is up. As Harden drives to the basket, but Sam Presti has been raving about Scott Brooks and talking about how he wants him to be the coach for their future. You would assume that it's just a matter of crossing some T's and dotting some I's.
Or like most things, it's all about money. They got to come to some agreement.
He's going to get a nice big contract somewhere. You'd expect it to be in Oklahoma City as James finishing it off. But this team has a chance to be a force for a long time. The foul called, and now Dwayne Wade and LeBron James will come out of the game to the roar of the crowd. A big smile certainly has to be emotional for LeBron James as Wade on the verge of his second championship. Royale Ivy knocks it in. Again, both teams have emptied their benches with still over 2.5 remaining. And he finished with a flourish. The 2011 NBA Finals are history. A triple-double in the clincher. As the ball deflected out of bounds. We'll hear from him coming up, of course, have the entire trophy ceremony. Pat Riley will get another ring to his extensive collection. And you talked about it earlier, Jeff, for this Miami Heat team. The road was not easy in these playoffs. As Hayward misses, Ronny Turry off the rebound. Well, down 2-1 Indiana. And down double figures in that game 4. They could have fallen behind 3-1. Facing elimination against the Celtic team down 3-2. Each series presented a challenge for him. Juwan Howard. And Aldridge the rebound. Fisher. Ball knocked loose. And Cole, how about the role Cole played? Of course, in game 4. And also played well in his limited minutes in the first half of game 5. Rookie probably saying, oh, so this is what the NBA is like. You win titles.
And then you have a guy like Juwan Howard who struggled for 18 or 19 or 59 years, however many years it's been, but so happy to see him get rewarded with that title.
They're celebrating on the bench. So happy. It has been not your normal 2 years of development. Meanwhile, you talk about Howard. There's Bob McAdoo hugging LeBron James. Juwan Howard's 39 years old. And you've spent, obviously, you coach him. You spent time around him, and you find impossible not to root for him. He played for 8 different teams, 10 different stops. His role was diminished, but not his commitment to the team, and he's going to get an NBA ring in his 18th season.
And I want one smile from Erik Spoelstra before the end of this. This is an incredible accomplishment for him.
Ball knocked out of bounds. What a satisfying moment it has to be for Spoelstra. I mean, the second guessing that went on, people calling for him, and maybe he wasn't the right guy for the job. Well, he can finally smile and relax. And knowing him, it'll only be for a couple of days, Jeff, and then he'll get right back to work preparing for next year.
They should lock the office for the next month.
Final minute of the final game of the 2012 NBA Finals.
I love to see the joy on players' faces over there. The unbridled joy. It's a remarkable thing. They have all the fame and the money, and yet the accomplishment of being the best at what you do in any one year brings incredible joy.
What a difference a year makes. 2011 had such a bitter ending, making this celebration all that much sweeter. And there's the smile you look for. And LeBron James caps off an MVP regular season with a magnificent playoff run and an extraordinary performance in the finals. No doubt he'll be named the finals MVP. We'll get it official coming up in a little bit as the shot clock is turned off. The Miami Heat are once again NBA champions. LeBron James captures that elusive title he so desperately coveted. A celebration in full swing here at the American Airlines Arena. Well, this finally put an end to all the criticism. In today's world, perhaps not, but even anybody that's ever rooted against him, and you love the game of basketball, you've got to respect and admire what LeBron James brings to the court every time he steps on the floor. A remarkable talent at both ends of the floor, and one of the most unselfish stars the league has ever seen.
Well, he's such a great passer, and there's a great star as we see Kevin Durant. It's a bitter disappointment, but they had a remarkable run.
You see the emotion from Durant pouring out. This team will be a force to be reckoned with. Great sportsmanship afterwards. Such respect between the two teams. Certainly Durant and LeBron James. That's his mom that he's hugging there.
And there's Clay Bennett, the owner, in front of Durant, hugging all of his players. A tremendous owner for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Durant, again, one of those special players. The league's in great hands with players like Kevin Durant for a long time to come. LeBron James is an NBA champion, and he's with Doris.
LeBron, your decision to come to Miami was not made without difficult choices, nor ramifications for the way those played. In light of everything you've been through in the last 2 years, what is this moment like for you?
It means everything. I made a difficult decision to leave Cleveland, but I understood what my future was about. And I understood that coming to Miami and being a part of this organization and being able to put together this team, I knew we had a bright future. And, this is a dream come true for me. I've been through a lot the last 2 years, but, this is definitely a way that it pays off.
Your approach in this finals is in stark contrast to the guy we saw in last year's finals. What put you in a place to get back to being LeBron James?
Losing in the finals last year put me back in place. It humbled me a lot, and I was able to go back to the basics. A lot of people had a lot to do with it, but at the end of the day, I just looked myself in the mirror and said, you need to be better, both on and off the floor. And I'm happy that I was able to put myself and our team in a position to win this.
Look in that mirror and smile, LeBron. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Mike.
Thanks so much.
Well, Jeff, he was a different player on the court this year and a different person off the court, it appeared, especially the way he handled everything that surrounds being an NBA player in the spotlight.
Well, when you call yourself out and say you were immature, I think that takes incredible amount of self-reflection to not only come to that conclusion to yourself, but to put it out there for consumption by everyone who follows the sport. A terrific moment for him.
Yeah, the former Heat champion Alonzo Mourning, the congratulations. All the work, all the practices, all the film sessions, all the extra shooting ends in unbridled joy. The 2012 NBA title will reside in Miami.